As promised, joining me now is Democratic Congressman Maxwell Frost of Florida. Okay, Congressman, you always give it to me straight.
Okay.
So this bill passed the Senate. I woke up this morning, like many people, and I looked at my phone to just see if it had passed or not. Lisa Murkowski, I've already said this is not John McCain. We learned that. Goes to the House. What is happening behind the scenes? I'm sure there are efforts to have conversations with Republicans who are on the line for a range of reasons. What do those look like? What should people know about what's going on?
Okay, so what's happening right now is, number one, there are members in planes, in cars, figuring out ways to get over here. The weather's not cooperating. And so a lot of people, they're doing anything they can. I've heard about members, they're renting cars. They're going to be driving throughout the night, make sure they're here by 9 a.m. when this vote could potentially come up. The other thing is we're hearing that there's about 20 Republicans, could be a little bit more, 20 Republicans that as of now
they can only lose
no.
3.
They can lose 3, 4, and it's done.
Yeah.
And Massey's already one of them.
Yeah.
So there's 3 more to go. We hear there's about roughly, give or take, 20 Republicans who, as of this moment, are a no. Now, we got to be honest. All the time, the moderates on the Republican side always fold. They put up a little fight so that way they have some footage that they can put behind their ads during election time, and then they fold right away. The far right, kind of Freedom Caucus folks, most of the time they fold. Sometimes they stick to it, so we'll see. Right now, we're having conversations with a lot of them behind the scenes, but one of the most important conversations and the most impactful ones are actually constituents and the people reaching out. And that's why the big strategy right now is delay, delay, delay. Every minute we keep this bill from passing, it becomes even more unpopular. And every minute we keep it from passing, that means there's more people going to the district offices, calling the office in D.C., sending letters, protesting, reaching out on social media, more times that their own family members, maybe their uncle or their cousin or their friend that they knew before sends them a text and said, "You're not going to vote on this, are you?" And when that compiles, we get to the point where hopefully many of these members will stick to it and vote no. And that's our goal. There's no making the bill better. It's a horrible bill. We have to kill the bill, start from scratch again, and work on a bipartisan solution. And so part of what Democrats are doing is we've introduced almost 500 amendments. People might be asking, what's an amendment do if it doesn't get in at the end? Each one gives us 5 minutes to debate. And so what you'll see is
probably a delay tactic.
It's a delay tactic. Actually, right after this, I'm going to go right back to the Hill and get my butt in line to go debate for 5 minutes. So that way we can delay it again, so people can continuously, in the public, know what's going on here.
And part of what's important now, and you touched on this, is people understanding what's in the bill and what the driving force is behind the bill. I just mentioned, and I just can't get over this, so I'm just going to read it again. Vice President Vance posted this today. The minutia of the Medicaid policy is immaterial compared to the ICE money and immigration enforcement provisions. I have so many thoughts about this, but I've already shared them.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts about that?
Yeah, this isn't the slip of a tongue, right?
No, he posted it.
He posted it, and it hasn't been deleted. He believes that he's talking about the minutia of Medicaid. 17 million people losing their health insurance. Rural hospitals closing down. That clip you posted earlier, when he was asked about the healthcare system, even the way he answered the question, what's the first thing he said? He brought up the business of rural healthcare. He didn't bring up making sure humans in rural America are healthy, the business. And that's the thing, is it's all a business. It's all making money to these guys. And it's not a new thing. The Republican Party has been about this for generations. They have someone in Donald Trump now, who's a billionaire himself, who wants to do it to such a degree that people will die. Hakeem Jeffries just said this on a call I got off. He said, if this passes, the floor of the House will become a crime scene. And I fully agree with that characterization. It's murder. It's killing people. We're going to see people with disabilities. I mean, there's someone named J.J. Holmes, who's a young guy with a disability in Orlando, Florida. He lives with his mom. He's an advocate. He's an organizer. Medicaid is the reason he's able to stay home. And he wrote a really touching letter to members of Congress saying, if I lose my benefits, I will be institutionalized. I literally won't be able to be with my mother, with my family, like I deserve to be. We know that the healthcare system in this country is not great as of right now. We have a lot to do. I believe in universal health care, single-payer system. But they want to make it even worse by ripping away health care from 17 million of our people. And to J.D. Vance, that's just minutia.
It's really, I can hear and see, and people can probably see it watching the emotion in your voice. And this is, every person I've talked to who's opposed to this bill is projecting that same thing right now, and the horror of it. I wanted to talk about a piece of this that I don't, there's a lot that hasn't gotten enough attention. And part to me is this $170 billion in immigration enforcement.
Yeah.
It includes $45 billion for building new detention centers. Nearly $30 billion goes to ICE. This is at a time where we are watching, and some of the most horrible stories are in Florida, mass agents literally pull people off the streets, separate them from their families. I just want to put into perspective for people, because I know you've thought of this, how large that amount of money is and what kind of damage that could do as well.
Yeah, I mean, the chaos people are seeing online when they see these masked agents pull up in an unmarked vehicle in broad daylight or in the middle of the night, going to elementary schools, to churches, to work sites, to Home Depot, wherever, and just snatching people up, and they forever disappear. They want the resources to take that and export it to every community in the country and take that chaos and put it everywhere. And I don't like to mince my words about it, because it's not even mass deportation. Deportation, it's a legal process. It could take a few months. It could take a year. This is kidnapping. And then they traffic people to other countries they might not have even come from in the first place. The majority of folks who have been here over 10 years, taxpayers, Americans, our neighbors, our friends, our family. And we see what's going on even in the state of Florida. Many people have died already in the custody of ICE. And then we have this whole alligator Alcatraz situation where they're putting up what's essentially an internment camp in the middle of the Everglades in the hot Florida sun as we're going into hurricane season. And they're using the Florida Office of Emergency Management to run the whole thing, the people who are supposed to help keep us safe when a hurricane comes. I mean, it's all for politics. There's human rights abuses, and then it's horrible for the environment as well. And so people should, no matter what your opinion is on immigration, look, I think we all know we have laws. We want our laws enforced. Of course, we want to make sure we have an orderly process at the border. I mean, I feel like everyone wants that, but nobody wants this mass human trafficking, chaotic campaign in our communities where we literally have immigrants and people who have been here, again, over 10 years of their life, our neighbors, fearing for their lives, not even sending their kids to school. I went to El Salvador for the Comar Abrego Garcia case. The reason I went there is because I had people in my community coming up to me and saying, he represents me. He represents my family. I'm proud. I'm the son of an immigrant. My mom came here from Cuba in the late 1960s as a refugee. If Donald Trump had been president when she came here with literally nothing, and she just retired as a public school educator of 37 years, Maxwell Frost wouldn't be here. Maxwell Frost wouldn't be here. And it's not about a model immigrant thing where maybe your son will become a congressman. These are humans. And people are waking up across the country. I'm going to super red districts where people might assume people agree with this. People don't agree with this. They don't want this chaotic, horrible, inhumane campaign in their community.
Congressman Maxwell Frost, you have so much passion. I'm so grateful you could be here. And also, it tells everybody something that you are going back to the Hill now. That's what's happening. People should know about. People like you are delaying the vote. And that is an important part of this process as well. Thank you again for being here.
Thank you. Appreciate it.